Got these three things here.
A little more towards you,
and anyway, this man right here had his lounge at his house, and of course we can't have it anymore because he's going to go off to Idaho and be a rock star.
Well, maybe
so
maybe
anyway,
New York or Florida.
So we're going to do this thing. These cigars are from MRN's Humidor, 2007 Culibres, and you do the honors. Split those three in thirds, and then we can smoke them.
Yeah, will do.
Okay.
Tell us about this cigar, Dave.
It's a Partagas. It's a Culebra, and actually, that 2007 is the first year of issue after they were discontinued after a considerable period of time. So
here we go.
It's like a little wrestling belt.
All right, so I'll take that. You sure? You want me to have that one? Okay.
Everyone you want.
Okay. This is Mark. Mark is a friend of ours who's been a friend of the lounge for a long time. Got a cutter here. You're gonna do Mad Wild Bite It Off.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think? I'm gonna.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm really kind of bummed out because Erik is not going to be there anymore. And I'm really bummed out about that because there's a lot of good memories there. So I really...
10 years we did that. 10 years in the lounge.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And we did that thing on film for like a couple years, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, just to be quite honest, I mean, like, your knowledge of New World or non-Cuban cigars, whatever you want to call it, is so extensive. My experience with non-Cuban cigars was not that vast, and you have a large, vast knowledge of non-Cuban cigars. So I really appreciate the fact that you and I were able to do that together.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you and both of you guys being part of the lounge and being able to, be friends with you. And you taught me so much about Cubans I didn't know anything about.
Yeah, but I mean,
you're the Cuban guy.
I'm telling you one thing though, the times we had, in your lounge was just so fun. Some of the shit that we did was just like insanely good. So, anyway.
Yeah, we did have a lot of good times.
I just hope you remember all us small people because I know you're gonna move on with whatever you're gonna do. And
well, thank you for the vote of confidence.
My friend Mark is we're gonna flame this thing up. So anyway, it's a Partagas Culebra. It's 2007. It's the first year of issue after lots of years of non-issue. So anyway, here we go. Anyway, we have to thank our friend in Hong Kong for these cigars because
thank you.
He provided them for me to bring back. And anyway, we're gonna smoke these things down till whatever, and then we'll be back to talk a little bit more. So what do you guys think about so far cigar gift to us?
It's got that, sweet, grassy kind of, typical Cuban grassiness to it.
Oh.
No, I mean...
The retro is mega bean and toasted tobacco.
Grassy sweetness and a tiny bit of spice a little bit on the retro. If we were in the dark with, really concentrating, there's probably some nuances we're not discussing. Like there's a little bit of soapy kind of thing on the back side of this thing.
Okay, okay. And the soapy thing though too is like, I've really taken to that soapiness because like
yeah, me too.
I just smoked a Partagas Corona Senor and it had that soapiness in the front and actually in the back too as well. Which, I mean, I guess a lot of people would say it's a floral note or something like that, but to me and to you, it's soapy. Like this,
it is.
Like sweet, floral, soapy kind of thing on there, right?
Yeah, you could call it floral, but there's a little bit of that soapiness to it that's unmistakably soapy. I mean, it's floral soap.
Exactly. I mean,
almost like zest, right? And so,
You're dating yourself right there.
They don't make zest anymore.
You're dating yourself. It's zest.
That time that
I love
George
to date
Carlin
myself.
He sat down after his stand-up and he's like, "How you feeling, Johnny?" He's like, "I'm feeling really clean. I changed to zest."
I mean, I don't know, like there was a lot of talk about how the newer Cubans, as opposed to the older ones, pre-2001, have this kind of a different vibe to them because of the tobacco and so on and so forth. So it's really nice to talk to you guys and, you know, get your take on a 2007. This cigar's, at the time of filming, this is, what, 12 years old?
Right.
At the time of filming. So it's really interesting to, like, take, you know, and, like, listen to what you guys are saying and, you know, what we're all getting on this thing. So
What are you getting?
to me, it's kind of like tobacco, and like it's got a little bit of a sweetness in there, but
Boy, you retro.
you know what I mean? Like, to be quite honest, like it's not. I'm kind of left a little bit wanting for whatever reason on this thing because
What do you want?
I just
A
want
little
it to
more
be
flavor.
more. I want it more.
Yeah, it could be. It could be more flavorful. So it could have a little more body to it, and a little more strength. But I mean, you know, not all cigars have to sock your mouth off, you know, whatever, you know.
No. And then with a lot of the non-Cuban stuff that we smoke, that's what it's all about. That it's all about, like, you know, like blowing your lips off and, like, you know, really hitting you in the nose and everything like that. And this cigar is definitely not like that, but it's not like some of the stuff that we've smoked that was prior to 2001 that has been like more, I don't know, like it's just different. I don't know
It's
what
a little watered down.
There you go.
That's a, you know, it's like you take orange juice and you water it down. It's kind of like the same thing. It's like you get these great little things happening here, but you just wish there was more of it.
And that's what I was talking about, more. Like, I want more. Like, it's there, but it's just not quite, I don't know. I mean, I've smoked a lot of stuff post 2001, 2002, and for me, I've always, like, wanted more. I mean, there's a few things that I've smoked from 2001 that were really good, but
I'm getting a little citrus in here too now.
like up the tongue, roof of the mouth kind of a thing, right? A citrusy kind of thing there.
Kind of orangey, citrusy.
Yeah,
See, orange.
Valencia. Bitter in the winter, sweet in
Central
the summer.
Florida. Yes.
Right?
Summer crop.
Right? So you think with a smaller format cigar too, that it's
being
going to
pretentious on purpose.
be a little bit more, because like a larger format cigar, to me, a larger format cigar, I have a hard time getting a lot out of it until about halfway through the cigar.
Yes.
With a larger format cigar that's non-Cuban, I mean, do you seem to have that kind of issue with a larger format cigar non-Cuban?
No. As far as the flavor and body. You know?
Yeah, right, exactly, yeah.
No, yeah. You typically I smoke a lot of Caldwells these days. I'm really stuck on the cream crush. It's like one of the main things I smoke all the time. And I smoke I smoke a lot of Willie Herrera, the Esteli, you know.
Oh, I just ordered a box of those.
Did you? They
Toros for $117, 25.
and even just the Willie Herrera Lonsdale, I smoke a lot of those. But none of those are wanting for flavor or body. I mean, that's just a great stick. It's consistent. He's kept the blend very nice all these years.
I know you and I were really smoking a lot of the Crown Head stuff.
Oh yeah.
But what about the La Carême? Because I smoked a few of the La Carêmes, and I've really enjoyed those quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think
It's
about
been
that?
a while, I mean, but it's not one of my regular rotation, but
Smoking non-Cuban cigars with him was just so refreshing, because like he brought me into a whole nother world with non-Cuban cigars, because I was able to like smoke. We would sit in his lounge, in the lounge, which we're not doing that here, of course, but we would sit there and just smoke these non-Cuban cigars over and over and over again, and we would just sit there and talk back and forth.
in the dark with the door shut.
In the dark with the door
Which
shut.
I still think is the best way to enjoy a cigar. You deprive your other senses, learn to retrohale, get over yourself. I learned that actually learned it from a guy who came into Maximar's probably about 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 5, I don't know. I never saw that guy again. But he was sitting there in the corner by himself. He's retrohaling this cigar. And at the time, I was just a puffer, you know. And he's like saying, this is the proper way to enjoy a cigar. And he was just like he says, just deprive your other senses and sound, sight, whatever, and just let it envelop your head, you know, and just get around you and
That's brilliant.
fill the room, you know. It's like, but it's like, it was, you know, at the time I'm like, you pretentious. But you know, once you do it, once you practice it, then you really get it, because it's like you're meditating, driving all your senses, right? I mean, it just makes sense.
Movie Altered States.
Maybe so.
And that floaty tank thing.
Right, yeah. It's like that, yeah, you're just depriving everything. And so all you're getting is a cigar, you're focusing on the cigar. Yeah, then he and I actually would sit there and smoke and not talk for like a half an hour. We're just puffing, and then it's like, so what are you getting?
Eccentric.
We're fortunate here, like in Southern California, especially, like, you know, in any place like Phoenix, or Detroit, or Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, or whatever, there's all kinds of like pockets, and of course Florida, where you have these great lounges, great shops that you have access. Guys in those areas, guys and gals, have access in those areas to like just everything. And when you get into where you have access to everything, and you don't have to buy a box, and you can just like onesie twosie, and every time you go in, you try something different. You know, that's how you develop a palate. It's like wine tasting, right? It's, you know.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just part of it. You do it every day. 3 cigars a day, 4 cigars a day. You're just going at it, you know.
Yeah.
For years, decades, you know. Then that's why, you know, you just kind of by default, you kind of pick it up.
Right, exactly. And then, you know, like you said, with retrohaling a cigar, it kind of like adds to the overall experience of a cigar, because like not only are you just puffing the cigar and then like bringing it in through your mouth, but you're actually bringing it through your nose, and you're actually able to experience more of the cigar. And I think a lot of the blenders have, I mean, I don't know, personally, me being a knucklehead, okay, I just kind of look at these guys, and I've talked to Willie Herrera, I've talked to various blenders and stuff like that, and they actually retrohale the cigar. They smoke a smaller format cigar to make sure that their blends are what they are. So, I don't know.
And plus, you know, all the other people you meet, I mean, are Davidoff like nerds, or you know, Fuente Opus nerds. You know, you sit and talk to these guys, and you're smoking a cigar, and then they tell you everything you do and don't want to know about that cigar. You know, like.
And we're smoking this Culebra between the three of us here. And anyway.
We're about halfway down the stick now.
Yeah, we're about halfway down. But,
it's a little further than halfway.
You know, and we're all kind of like thinking that this is a little bit watered down, a little bit less than what it could possibly be for whatever reasons, and so on and so forth. But anyway, we're going to smoke it down till, I don't know, our fingers are burning or whatever it is, and we're going to come back. So stay tuned. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So, anyway, so you got like a little bit of that soapiness in there and so on and so forth,
Yeah, it's kind
right?
of become more soapy moving back, kind of fruity, candy fruit kind of thing a little bit, sort of like fruity candy, Starburst or something. I don't know, looking like that orange thing still.
And then you were saying something about that too, because you were getting kind of a beaniness in there
Right.
with that soapiness that halfway through or something like that, right?
Yeah, so just on the regular exhale, it's pretty much soapy. That Starburst thing is great because Starburst is kind of waxy, it's got that soapy sweetness to it.
Yeah.
But when I retroed, I got a super profound bean. Like 60% of the taste for me was bean, the other part is soap. But it's that good grassy Cuban soap.
Yeah.
It's kind of green, grassy, whatever.
But the aftertaste when you're done smoking it, like me right now, it's got that total sweet aftertaste.
Yeah,
Major.
spice to it, yeah. So
Yeah.
It's actually nice. About halfway through, it just really picked up, and it was actually pretty nice.
Okay. Pretty nice. I like that. Pretty nice. So, yeah, so, and we were talking about tobacco in Cuba and how the tobacco changed, I guess roughly around 98, 99, somewhere in there, where they were able to grow more tobacco in areas where they previously couldn't grow tobacco. So it's taken them quite a while to get the blends right, so on and so forth, with tobacco. So this is '07. This is the original release of this cigar after they stopped making it. I don't know, whenever they stopped making it, but anyway. We're going to smoke another one too, though. This is going to be a long video because we're going to just kind of power through some stuff here. We're doing this one here. We're going to smoke another cigar, and hopefully we're going to be able to resurrect the Smoking Gorilla Lounge somehow.
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and we're going to do it. We're going to do it this way, as opposed to having a big production. It's in the garage, right? We're all smoking here and having a good time and just enjoying, you know, smoking the leaf and talking. I was able to talk with Erik here because Erik, like I said, I haven't been able to talk with Erik for a long time. We've been back and forth and smoked cigars together and so on and so forth. But this is the first time we actually been able to sit down and review or whatever cigars. So this is really nice. And Mark here is the third person in the mix here. And so, like, as opposed to having someone behind the camera, we have someone here now.
So it's like those exercise videos where one person is doing normal, one person's doing really heavy duty. I'm the guy that's doing almost nothing off to the side.
That's what I feel like.
I'm doing my jumping jacks like
You see all these
this.
people like doing the full thing, and there's always that old lady sitting down the chair going,
Yeah, right.
lift your arms as high as you can.
You like this with your fingers?
See, this is what we were trying to accomplish with the Smoking Gorilla Lounge back in the day. And like, when we all get together, we talk, we share our thoughts and experiences on tobacco, cigars, life, and so on and so forth. So,
And we're quite fortunate, I gotta say, to know Dave, because what he's done with the Cuban experience and relaying it and conveying it through video format is quite extraordinary.
Mm-hmm.
And so to be able to sit with Dave is extra extraordinary. And I think, you know,
I think it's more extraordinary to smoke with these two guys here, to be quite
I think
honest.
for you folks watching and your regular viewers, hopefully they can really appreciate what you're doing with these cigars.
Well, like I said, I mean, I enjoy smoking cigars, especially with you guys. I've been smoking cigars with you guys for years now, and I just really appreciate the fact that we're able to discuss things about cigars and life in general and not get all wound up about shit, you know what I mean? And just be able to, like, talk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know how many times you've been in a lounge in your lives, but, like,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
seriously, it doesn't matter,
Well, it's interrupting the experience of the cigar.
right?
It's not about the cigar, it's about something else.
It's just about, like, life, and this thing here seems to bring everybody together on a level where we're all equals,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And it's just a great experience to be able to do that. I save these cigars especially for you guys,
Thank
to
you.
smoke with you guys,
Appreciate
because you guys are special to me. You
Hey.
guys really are.
Thank you.
Hopefully you'll be able to sit down and smoke and whatever.
Just
I don't
watch
know.
it. With 3 other pals of yours.
With 3 other pals, or
There
1
you
pal, or whatever, I don't know, or just
We're
you.
the 3. We're the 3. See?
Yeah, exactly.
So they just get one over there and boom.
Exactly.
You get 3 for free.
It's a long ass video and we enjoy it. That's yours.
Oh,
This is
Partagas Corona Senor, year-old cigar. Actually, and I want to get your guys' take on this thing because, you know, I've smoked quite a few. You've smoked quite a few of these. Erik, it's probably your first venture into this thing.
I've never had one of these.
So, dress box 25, that's all they come in now. And anyway, that's Gracie barking in the background.
Very sweet.
super sweet.
It's funny, you know, because like you're smelling this cigar. So I was watching a video by AJ Patel, and he was talking about how people are all grossed out by people smelling. He sticks his nose in the cigars and smells them and everything like that.
Why is that gross?
I don't know. That's the whole thing. Is like, I don't know how that's gross, because everybody has their own way of enjoying a cigar and so on and so forth. So I mean, if you want to stick it up your nose, we actually talked about that
Yeah.
in our videos about sticking it up your nose, right? But this cigar is about a year old at the time of filming, so
The stick is the same.
we're gonna be kind of wild and bite them. You bite yours off?
Yep.
Yeah.
You just gotta moisten the tip a little bit, and the cap comes right off, and it's
Try it.
super perfect. Yeah.
Should we
Corona.
open it up?
Yeah, I don't know.
Last time I smoked this, it was 2 hours long. Easy.
Right?
Draws perfect. Burns perfect. All the way to the very end.
We'll light them up.
Let's light it. And I was talking about Rod Kurthy. I actually had lunch with him.
Oh, wow.
It was great because he contacted me through email, and Rod, we went over to Gulfstream and smoked cigars over there. We had lunch and smoked cigars.
Gulfstream. Gulfstream is where all the rich people in Newport Beach eat. And you
Well-
can smoke on their patio.
Well, or you got guys like us that go over there and smoke cigars. I mean, seriously, we're not rich at all.
No, sometimes us Highlanders go down there to Newport Beach and
Right?
just try to blend in with all the rich people.
Yeah, but it's a good place to smoke cigars, definitely. Gulfstream. You have that patio out there, and you can go at it. So
You just have to go buy like a Lamborghini keychain. That way you get in.
Yeah, or like a Ferrari shirt or something.
Yeah, exactly right.
you know, I showed up on my Kia. I was good.
Oh my goodness, what a great stick.
Isn't that a phenomenon?
Right?
This, to me, this is like got that classic Cuban taste that it's like what you're always after when you light up.
Okay.
Which, in the last couple of years is kind of hit and miss, really.
Yep.
Yeah, and I was pleasantly surprised when I bought these cigars because, I've been smoking them. You've been smoking. We've been smoking the crap out of these cigars, and we've both been enjoying them quite a bit. And there is a little bit of that soapiness in there, but I mean, to be quite honest, I mean, as far as it goes for a newer Cuban cigar, it's really good.
Yeah,
Got that toasted tobacco.
Toasty, right up.
Yes, the toasted tobacco. Yeah, yeah. I mean, as far as it goes, I mean, in aging potential though, I don't know, because we were talking about newer Cubans, and so I don't know how the newer Cubans are going to age. And I mean, right now, this is very, very smokable now.
All right.
At a year old.
Yeah.
I would say so.
So I mean, we've smoked some Davidoffs that have been like 20 years old, and they've been a bit past it, very nuanced. I mean, you and I smoked the Davidoff 3000, the Chateau Margaux.
Those were like 25, 30 years old.
Yeah, but they were like really nuanced, and
They were Cuban, so
yeah,
yeah.
but I've been told, rumor has it, that the way Zeno Davidoff blended those cigars back in the day was so they would be smokable at the time that they were sold, with a few years of age, and maybe they wouldn't age down the road as well as some of the Cubans that were being manufactured at the time, because you guys are also saying that you got that toasted tobacco in there, and it's a really pleasant smoke as far as
Soapy floral thing.
right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
It's got the sweetness in there too, just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like a sweet roasted tobacco for me.
Yeah. It's like it's very aromatic.
Mm-hmm.
Very aromatic.
Well, it coats your nose beautifully if you retro. So you're getting, like, just sitting here without smoking, I'm getting the same benefit.
Yeah, the molecules
It's a
are sort of
retro.
bouncing around in there.
Yeah. So anyway,
Well, he did an interesting thing on taste plus smell makes flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And just like retroing.
taste and aroma, yeah, flavor,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't want to go through with the whole thing because I'm not a doctor, so I don't know about the tongue and all that other kind of stuff. So I went through a big, long thing, but I did research on that. I rabbit holed it,
Yes.
like you guys do. You're a big rabbit holer, I know that, and I know you're a big rabbit holer. So
Rabbit holing, right.
We didn't know this. Has anybody out there actually rabbit holed before?
and you were talking about your brittle ash.
Oh yeah, it's very nice. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's a really pretty color, very dark, kind of cool looking ash.
For a year-old Cuban cigar, it's not bad.
It's an ace, I'm telling you.
Not bad at
For
all.
1 year, that's 99.
We're down to here with our brindled ashes, our fat burn lines, fat shiny burn lines. And we're going to come back and have a little bit more banter. So anyway, we're back here with the Partagas Corona Senor, our second cigar of the night. What do you guys, what do you fellas think about this cigar here so far? Not bad, right?
Great.
To quote another song, solid as a rock. Oh, I was going to say, I'm getting just a teeny tiny bit of that black licorice every once in a while
Okay.
on the retro.
Okay.
Reminds me of that Kentucky stick. The Italian.
Oh, yes. 1815, Toscano, Kentucky fire-cured tobacco.
It's on the retro.
Not pleasant.
It's actually, it wasn't bad. I mean,
Well, we also watched Good, the Bad, the Ugly at the same time. So it was even better.
I did a video on the Toscano too, which was quite, I mean, some people got it, some people didn't get it, where I dubbed Italian over my English speaking. Kind of like what they did in, you know, the spaghetti westerns. So they were doing English over the people speaking Italian. So I did it the opposite way around. It was kind of fun, but people were like, they didn't get it. And then I had English subtitles below it.
It's like the Will Ferrell movie where he movies in
What
Spanish.
was that movie they
I don't
did?
know.
Yeah, it was like he was in Spanish, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Erik, the slowest smoker of the three of us. He's
Always.
like not even close to being a...
I'm watching you, trying to keep up, so I'm not like way ahead of you, both you guys.
Yeah, but Erik is a slow smoker.
I like to enjoy,
Savory.
you know.
Savoring it.
It's like sex, right? You gotta just enjoy yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what we need to do one of these days is go to... What's that donut place that has the creme brulee donut?
Where's that place by Maximar's?
It's on Beach Boulevard.
Your donuttery.
Oh yeah, I live right by there.
If you guys are ever in Orange County and you
Huntington
have a
Beach.
chance,
Huntington Beach.
yeah, Beach Boulevard, the donuttery. Is it on what, Talbert?
Slater.
Or Slater? Slater and Beach, right?
24/7.
Yep.
They're open 24/7, and there's usually a line there, but they have a creme brulee donut there. Now, Erik swears by the place at Maxmar with their creme brulee donuts.
They have good donuts, so yeah, they're ranked number 50-something in
Right.
the nation for donuts.
What's the name of that place?
It's a DK, orange.
In Orange, right? And you swear by those. You say those are better than the donuttery.
Well, I think that they, you know, they're a little more crafty, boutique-y
Yeah.
with their donuts.
That
Like
comes
the
with a
donuttery.
box. You get one, you get a box with those.
Yeah,
By
the
Maximar.
donuttery, yeah, that creme brulee is particularly is really good there.
I mean-
Yeah, we used to go do donut runs, remember?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We might be going for a donut run here pretty quick. I don't know. But
Yeah.
we're going to smoke this cigar down a little bit further and then
I just took my band off
give us... I did mine too.
Yeah.
Took it off.
Just took mine.
Got rid of
that
it.
time. Feeling
The
lazy.
thing is, you know what, I have had a problem with these though, is that they've kind of blown up. I've had a couple of them that I've smoked where toward the end of the cigar it just like
Flowers?
explodes. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's one problem that I've had with these cigars, is they've actually kind of exploded on the end. Kind of
It's
loosened up.
holding together.
But,
Solid as a rock.
Wonderful.
dude, your ash is nice and white. You're smoking that thing really slow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. So, anyway, we're going to come down to where it's burning our fingers. So yeah, anyway, the inaugural, post-inaugural, whatever,
It's
Gorilla.
good. Right to the last drop, man.
Great stick.
Everybody enjoyed this one. I think more than the previous one. I think.
Good. The other one was a great precursor.
Yeah, the other one was more nuanced, I think, than this one here. This is more
In your face.
right there, right?
It's strong.
Right.
It's pretty strong.
Yeah, for
Amazing aftertaste.
right?
Mhm.
1 year old.
1 year old. This is a steal. This is like the $2 chuck back in the day.
Right?
Just not quite $2, but yeah, just that master blend that just happens every once in a while.
Yeah. So hopefully we're going to do a few more of these in the future. Keep this thing rolling.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're going to wrap this thing up and go get some donuts.